So how do I want to start this? I always try to start. I hate the fact that we're in a world where we can't just start like I want to start like Joe Buttons. Joe Buttons, they don't even tell the people that the podcast is on. At some point, they're just hanging out, eating food, and they click it and like, yo, we've been on for 15 minutes. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like mid-convo.
Yeah, but I do see those people trying to hack YouTube. It's like, start by promising something, then start the pod. I hate nerds, bro. I love them because I have to become one, but I also hate that you have to do everything not organic. It's like we do everything.
Turn everything into a science.
We do everything not organic, and then when the camera's on, we tell everybody how they have to be so organic. What?
Let me explain something.
So nothing's really organic.
Okay, here's another controversy.
Here goes. Being organic on camera or on social media is actually a myth. And if you try to do that and take that advice from everyone that's telling you to do that online, you're probably going to fail, just like 99% of everybody else. That. Welcome to episode 7 of the podcast. That's my intro.
No, that's pretty negative. I don't think. Here's what I think.
It's not negative.
Here's what I think. I always look at everything through a music lens, right? So I think culture produces innovation, right? So
what are you talking about right now? We're talking about being authentic.
Listen, you're gonna get the connection. Right, so culture naturally produces innovation, right? Like if we're talking about like hip hop, right? But you're just doing things because that it feels right to do it, right? You're being organic, so to speak. But then after that's successful, right, it becomes like a formula, and then people start studying that formula, and then they break it down into a science. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So let me just try to break down what you're saying. So try to make an example. So this host on TV was so amazing, and nobody taught him how to be a host. He was just really good at what he did. Right. The way he paused, the way he made people laugh, his antics, his facial expressions. Somebody looked at that host and said, wow, he is so successful. He made $100 million for being himself.
Right.
We're not him, but let's break down what him is, what he is. Sorry, Ebonics.
They turn him into a science, and then they start replicating him.
Right.
They do that in music a lot. Like, before Jay-Z, there was. Well, let's use Tupac as an example because that's an artist that a lot of people try to replicate. Before Tupac, there's no other Tupac, right? There's no framework of a Tupac, but Tupac becomes this massively successful artist, and everyone loves everything about him. So he becomes like a blueprint, right? And then once there's a blueprint, you study the science of this blueprint, then it kind of like creates a format, and then you teach that format to everybody else, and then they start printing Tupacs, and then every label wants a Tupac. You know what I mean?
Right, because they saw the winning formula, but the original was organic.
Right.
Right. So with that said, and I know it's me. It's not Gabe. I probably just switched an opinion. I probably said a couple weeks ago.
It happened to you actually, because when you were putting out music, they were like, "Oh, we want to make you another Flow Rider. Oh, we want to make you another Pitbull," and you're like, "Wait, but I'm Chris." You understand? Like you're trying to explain to them that I'm Chris. There's only one Chris Porter.
No, they were right. They were right.
Why were they right?
They were right.
Like take a winning formula and replicate it?
Yes, they weren't saying you weren't Chris. If I attempted to be the next Black Eyed Peas, Flow Rider, Pitbull,
whatever was popping at the time, like that dance music kind of formula, yeah.
I would have became the best Chris Porter of all time.
Why? How is that?
Because they were right. I was wrong. That's the part. There's a lot they were wrong.
You still haven't explained why, though.
Because that is my brand. Now, it doesn't mean make the exact songs they're making, but that...
What is your brand, exactly?
For music?
Well, just what is your brand? Why do you feel they were right? Like, I want you to like break it down.
Because my brand is who I am. Like, how about you tell me? And I don't want you to tell me as someone who knew me for music, even though you know me for music, but you were my friend before that, right? If you're talking to one of your wife's friends, you're at a barbecue, and they're like, "Hey, I saw you. I had the podcast with Chris, and that's pretty cool what you guys are doing." Like, what kind of guy is that guy in real life? Like, what kind of guy is he? What would you say?
We've had this conversation. Oh, so this goes into the conversation about brand identity too, right?
But answer first.
I think a lot of people say the same thing.
No, I want your real response right now. I'm your wife's friend from church. She's getting some mac and cheese and chicken at the backyard barbecue, and she says, "I love the podcast you guys have going on." You know, that guy's so animated, but like, how is he in real life? Like, what type of person is he?
Like as a person, or as like the celebrity character host?
Also, you see, you're saying I'm not real too. You just split me in half now. You're like, so
no. Every I think public personality has like their personal.
Everybody is in public. Everybody has a public personality.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're kind of like, they are kind of like two different people. You know what I mean? You don't think so? Like, Chris, when you're home playing with your daughter, changing diapers and stuff like that, it's not the same Chris that when you're on camera.
I tend to believe that.
You think you're the same exact person?
I don't think I'm the same exact person all the time. Okay, not all the time, but in certain situations, I may posture differently.
Yeah,
but the same
that's
person.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah,
I'm a nut when I'm running around with my daughter. Mm-hmm. People hire me for parties because I'm a nut.
Right.
You know, people always laugh around me. And
okay, I don't know. Like, in a personal, like, okay, you're like an outstanding citizen kind of guy. Like, you're like a nice guy. And I know that sounds like mad vanilla and corny, but like Chris is like, I don't know how to say it, dude. It's
Why do you think I'm a good guy? I'm not a good guy.
Because you are a good guy, bro. Like, yeah. Why don't you think you're a good guy? Like you have all those good guy qualities, like honest, hardworking. You're caring. You're helpful.
I know why I know why I don't think I'm a good guy. Because nobody can see what's in my head.
Right. Well, that's different.
So at the end of the day, yes. At the end of the day, my actions. Well, if
you could keep those demons in check, that still makes you a good guy, like, right? Because we all have those bad thoughts, I think, you know.
Right. Fruit, judging by the fruit. You're saying my fruit is
there
decent.
You go. Perfect. The Bible actually says you will know them by their fruit. There you go. Yeah. There you go. That's why you're a good guy.
So what type of fruit you have? Grapes or what do you think you're?
I'm a bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Trust me, bro. Like, compared to you, I'm a bad guy.
I don't think that's. I
know for a fact it is. I know it's true. But that's who you are, like, on a personal level, right? That's why we've always been friends and stuff like that.
All right, bring it back, because these people don't know me.
No. I know, but like, that's fine. Like, I
want to talk about brand and how you think of me.
No, but we've talked about this before. Now on a brand level, to me, you were like a Will Smith prior to Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, because that just went all like downhill.
So can you pause right there? Why do you? And I can't say you're wrong or right, because it's your perception. This is so valuable to me. This information for me. Mm-hmm. Why do you think you're saying I'm Will Smith on camera, the old Will Smith, but not Will Smith when I'm off camera? You don't think it's the same person?
No, it's kind of like, it's kind of the same person.
That's what you can tell me if it's not.
But here's what we found out about Will Smith that I think that a lot of people changed.
He wanted to smack somebody.
Well, the on camera person wasn't the real Will Smith. I think that's what people discovered, and they were like, wait, he has an ego. He's violent. He's like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you smack one person and you're violent.
He curses now. Like, this is not the Will Smith that we grew up watching on the Fresh Prince, and like,
I don't see it like that.
The lovable character. I don't think it's not really like my perspective. I think that's like the overall consensus. Like, what I'm saying. Like, I think he was like, prior to that incident, right? Like, there was nobody that didn't like Will Smith. Black, white, it doesn't even matter where you're from, background, anything. You know what I'm saying? He was like this. That's why he'd such a movie star too. He just like this universally lovable character. Agreed. Like, kind of corny. Like, but there's also dope songs. Like, I love Summertime. I think Summertime is like a great like hip hop record.
It's one to me. It's like top.
Bro, it's a phenomenal record. Yeah. So like, so he's like a kind of, cause since he's so squeaky clean, it's like borderline corny. You know what I'm saying? But then he had some like bangers too. And he won the first hip hop Grammy, and he rocks with Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff is one of the best DJs in the world. So there's like hip hop credibility there. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of just, he was just squeaky clean and safe, but he's a fun guy. He's like, you're kind of like all of those things to me, but you also have the potential to be like a host and be in films, and you're like just one of those characters that
But
everybody.
what I'm
likes.
asking, are you saying that's my everything you described? That's my on camera, or are you saying they're my off camera is similar? And if not, how far are they apart?
They're similar. I don't think they're.
Oh, okay.
I don't
So
think they're
that's-
far apart. Yeah. No.
So what I was saying, and I do think, bro, your authentic self is probably not entertaining enough to be the one that's on social media.
But you're almost saying it as if you're not your authentic self. Like I think you're pretty your authentic.
Yeah, because I was born a nut. I was born a MC. I was born
Yeah,
a camera guy. I was
yeah.
born like this.
Yeah.
Right. So even when I help people with their content, I'm really using me as the model.
But hold on. So we talked in one of the early podcasts. It's about like being honest with yourself, right? Like to discover like who you are, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and stuff like that. So you being like charismatic and willing to put yourself out there and stuff like that. Like, does that come like? Are you confident about who you are? Is that what it is? Like, why do you think you have the courage to be honest with yourself and put yourself out there and try things and go in front of the crowd? Because I don't think everyone naturally has that kind of courage. You know what I'm saying?
I've had that since I was. From the beginning.
Is that like a sort of confidence then?
It is confidence, but I guess the question is, where did I get that confidence from?
Yeah.
Reactions. I think when
you
I was
thrive off the reaction.
Yeah, when I was a year old, I came out of the bathroom, or 2 years old, maybe just enough to like start running around. I came out the bathroom. I came out from taking a shower, and I had a towel wrapped around my waist, and I think music was on, and that's when this move was popular, whatever you call that snake movement, right? And I started breakdancing because one of my uncles or whatever were into like breakdancing, and I was doing that thing, and everybody's watching me, and my towel fell down, and I was butt naked in front of everybody. Everyone started screaming. I don't know, probably 2, 3-ish. Everyone started screaming and laughing, right? And back then I didn't know, naked didn't mean nothing to me. It was funny, right?
So you weren't even like humiliated. You just liked the reaction
I was like,
that I got.
oh,
Yeah.
People liked when I was dancing. They thought it was entertaining.
Yeah.
People laughed when my pants fell down. Not that I became a flasher, right? That could have been a side effect of that.
Right.
But like, I loved, and I still love it. Like, I'm not one of those people that lie. Like, are you somebody that likes attention? No, I just no, bro. I like attention because I was born an entertainer. Good attention. I like deserved attention from something I worked on hard, and I'm displaying it and presenting it to the world. I like that attention. I don't like attention just because I exist. You know, I want to earn my applause because I was born to be an entertainer.
It's just, I think some people have something that's like special about them as far as like that kind of like that it factor, right? Like that makes them like a celebrity. Like Will Smith, the way he got, so he was just like rapping, right? His rap career was like pretty successful, but then like I think they said he met up with like Quincy Jones, and Quincy Jones was trying to start this sitcom, and he already had like the idea for the Fresh Prince, but he was like, he loved this goofy kid, like he had a nice clean look, but he had a fun personality. He's like out there, and he puts him in a sitcom, and then he just blows up even more. You know what I mean? He's just like this lovable character. It's just fun. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of goofy, kind of corny, but fun and cool at the same time. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I think it's like someone like that getting that type of popularity very early on, like as a teenager even, you know, like they don't have this like big scheme or big plan. It's just they naturally have that charisma, you know?
All right, so now let's talk about the 98.97563 people that
so you
don't
think
have that.
That's a small percentage of people. That's a small handful of people.
Yeah, I mean, I think, what was it? Isn't the number one fear public speaking?
The number one fear
Of like humans in America is public
really?
speaking.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was my fear for a long time. Like, yo, when I was like doing this on a podcast, bro, I would have never did this in like high school.
No. So
I was even as a DJ, I had to get over that fear. And honestly, early on, I drank a lot. Like when I was early, like first started DJing, I had to perform in front of 1,000 people. I would like,
oh, you would drink for the courage.
homie, the first battle I ever did when I was 16, my hand was like this. Like, because I'm in front of a crowd, they're all just like watching your every move, you know?
Let me tell you a secret most people
I was
don't know.
shaking, bro.
Let me tell you a secret most people don't know. I performed thousands upon thousands upon thousands of times, right? Especially when I do the events. Why is this not low?
Well, that's what they call alcohol, liquid courage.
Especially when I do the events, right?
Yeah.
Before every event, I'm nervous.
Yeah. But like to that point, like shaking and like.
No, but I'm just a person that I never take for granted that I'm so good that things can't go wrong. I'm so good that I can't stutter tonight. I'm so good that I can't forget someone's name. I want to be so good every performance, every time I step out, that I'm still like
It's kinda
analyzing.
just putting that pressure on yourself, so to speak.
Yeah, like you got to be the best every time. Not you're only as good as your last show.
Right.
You know. But I want to stay on point because I want to connect this to.
But that's a different type of nerve. That's like putting pressure on yourself to be great. But I mean like so nervous that you like freeze. You know what I'm saying? Like you freeze up and don't do a good performance because you're just like can't even move. Stage. Right.
I'm not the nice guy that's going to tell you try your hardest, because at the end of the day, you need to find your magic and how that works for what you're going to give the world that's best for you, or you're going to get stuck in a cycle of trying to be a character that you aren't supposed to be.
I don't know if that's necessary because like the Eminem example, right? Like the 8 Mile thing, like he like throwing up when he got put on the spot. Right, like what if he really did that? Like, you know,
what if he gave up right there?
Yeah, like what if? What if that? I don't know if that's
Good
necessarily
point.
like a true story, but like literally like threw up, like he froze. You remember the scene like where he like froze and then he ran to the bathroom to throw up. And then he was like the laughing stock of the town or whatever. What if that really happened? You know what I'm saying? How do you get the courage to then go back up there and not only
repetition and being and becoming familiar?
And not only go back up there, but body everybody when you go back up there. You know what I mean? Like
I just heard something pretty genius that has to do with this. It was like, and I always used to say, people are like, that's hard. That's so hard. I'm like, nothing is hard. But I heard someone just say something genius. They were like, nothing is hard or easy. It's just familiar or unfamiliar.
I don't know. You just have something about you where you're just like, I'm here. I'm Chris Porter. Look at me.
Yeah, but listen,
what is that? What is that? Is that just natural charisma? You feel like that's only like 2% of people?
It doesn't matter, because I don't want to make this about me, because if
No. I'm not. I'm just using you as the example.
But I'm a really bad example because of most
that.
people don't have that. So I'm a really bad example.
But okay, so that goes to the next thing is like how do people like obtain that? Can they obtain
should not
that?
be trying to obtain that.
I know, but if you have to be here in situations like this with a mic in your face and a camera in your face and lights on you,
you don't have to be there.
That goes back to our conversation about do you have to make content?
Yeah, like you don't have to be there, or you don't have to do it this way, or you don't have to be him, right? When you watch a famous news reporter that makes 500,000 or more because they're famous online, and all they're doing is sitting there. They know how to read really well off a teleprompter. They know how to not watch this. I'm not good at that because sometimes I have a lisp, or my tongue's too long, or I can't do what they have a superpower that I don't have, because they're not wild. They're more focused. They're more calm. Mm-hmm. They know they could just read for hours and not mess up live on TV. Mm-hmm. So find the thing within the content that you could do well and double down on that. Right. Instead of me trying to be DMX, like, yo, I want to, like, no, find the magic that God gave you and use that as your engine to go. You know?
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I guess it was a different process, because for me, I guess it was learned. I had to just be scared, go out there shaking and do it and mess up and you know what I mean? And mess up and maybe drink sometimes. I stopped drinking, but like, you know what I mean? Like I went through that whole process of years and years and years. So now I'm in front of 1,000 people. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I got to pick up the mic. I got to rock the crowd. It's just second nature now. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that was your point about like repetition, right? Just the more you do it.
Right. But I will say there has to be a point where you know this is for you or not, because I also don't want to give people advice so they could be stuck in quicksand because they're trying to be the fastest man in the world. It's like, bro, you've been slow for 30 years. You're still going to the races with the number on your back.
Yeah.
Because now you're like life is short. Like send this guy down a successful path, which is why the thing I'm offering to clients now is helping them with clarity, bro. And I know it sounds stupid.
No, that's what you said the first episode. Yeah,
I'm not helping you record a video or shoot. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Should you be doing it? In what order should you be doing it? On what day you should be doing it? How loud? And like, because that's the whole thing. That strategy is so much more important than
But that
everything else.
strategy is like the subject that we're supposed to be talking about, the brand identity thing, right?
Keep trying to bring you back to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Like, so, but you bring people clarity so they can sort of like find their identity, right? And like find who they are and their strengths and their weaknesses. And
Yo, you know what's funny? This whole conversation, we're talking about me and you, if you don't get it. You just said, I'm the wild, outspoken, not afraid of no cameras, everything. You're the quiet, laid back. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, but we're both here.
like you are who you are before you got here kind of thing.
Use the tools.
It's like, yo, that's crazy though. Like technically me and you never changed. Or we never
That's what I'm trying to say.
it's still the same people that we were when we were little, right?
I didn't want to get into this because this is far
like-
beyond social media, but
No, but I'm saying that character is still there, like your natural kind of character.
you are the character. You know who your daughter was in 2 years old. She didn't change
Yo,
much.
you see it the most in your kids, bro. They have the same parents in the same house, and you attempt to raise them all fairly, right? The same. They completely different characters,
Yo.
all of them, dude. It's crazy.
But they're the character they came in as. Now, dag, I didn't want to talk about this because I want to keep everybody focused on the goal. But I think the hardest thing to do in life, if you have to do it, and you don't have to do it. Most people maybe can't, won't, don't need to, and it's nearly impossible. Change your player, aka your character.
How is that possible? That's kind of like what I'm asking. Is that possible?
It is possible,
How do you
but
do
you
that?
should not even attempt it
Why?
because you got to be Neo.
No, why? Yeah, why would you even want to do that or attempt to do that?
If you watch this, I don't even get it. The volume's all the way down on that. But if you wake up one day and you realize it's being aware, it's like being awakened. You know how you said, how are you so honest with yourself? If you wake up one day and really pull yourself out of your own body and just look at this, look at him, look at her, right? And you say,
and you're not afraid to admit when you fail at all either.
no, I'm feeling right now.
Yeah. We're feeling at this podcast.
So,
Yeah.
and you notice that the path you're on,
Mm-hmm.
not just the direction you're going, but who you are is not the person or character that's going to end up with the life that you foresee. No matter what that person, you're going to end up in the same spot. And it don't have to be a bad thing. It could be a great thing. Like your mom could have been born to be your mom, and that's why she's so great and helping you with the kids and raising you. And you know what I'm saying? But if you are able to pull yourself out and you look at it and be like, wow, I'm going to be the guy who always almost makes it. If I'm going to be completely honest, that's how I look at me. I pull myself out. I'm like, wait a second. I started this with the Kickstarter and I was supposed to blow up. Almost made it. Then I did music and I almost, the whole world was dancing to my song and all these stations, and then like almost made it.
What is that? Yeah, I almost made it. I guess. What would be made it?
Because my character doesn't make it. You understand? My character, who I was born, he's a charismatic guy you were talking about, the funny guy, the entertaining person that everyone loves. And everyone would, if people could bet on me, they would put money down. Like Kickstarter was betting on me, right? They would bet on me to win because my results show that this guy has to become famous. He has to become a famous actor. He has to become a rapper. He has to look at him. He was born with all these things.
I'll tell you.
But hold on.
Yeah.
But me being wise enough to pull myself out and look down like, wait a second. My character doesn't make it. My character always almost makes it. And that's who you are. So in order to become the person, a completely different character, you have to wake up the next day and write down, what would the person who actually makes it be doing? Not what you are doing. Because if you keep doing what you're doing as a character you are, you're going to end up right where that character belongs, almost making it.
Do you think that has something to do with taking risks?
Look who you're talking to. I'm the number one risk. It's bigger than that. My character takes risk. Doesn't matter. He's still not going to make it because every day he wakes up with this super confidence, super focus.
You keep saying you're not going to make it. That doesn't. I still don't know what you mean by that. You know what I mean? Because if you like retire a multimillionaire, did you make it?
Not the character I'm talking about. Money, just money. That's it. I have money.
So okay, so you have your own definition of like making it,
right? But kind of. I mean, it changed a little bit, but. Why was I rapping? To not be the number one rap artist in the world or in America or in the state?
I don't know. You tell me. Like, what possesses someone to pick up a mic and rap and
I don't know
and wholeheartedly pursue it and put their money and investment time into it? Like,
because of the towel.
What towel?
The towel I had around my waist when I was a kid. It's that simple. That's where I got the dopamine. I figured out I can do it. And I want to perform for the world. Like I want to make the world laugh. I was put on earth to make people laugh, smile, dance, and release.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You do chase novelty. I was reading about this morning about like people that chase novelty. Like whether you know it or not, you're like chasing a high, so to speak. Like that's why you chase like creative pursuits, things that you think are exciting or fun. That's why you change your mind about like things that you're pursuing a lot too. But the one thing that I've noticed about you, the one thing that you consistently did stick to was hosting these events.
Doesn't count.
Like you never walked away from that.
That doesn't count.
But you never switched up on that
because people give you money.
That can't be the only
That's
reason.
the thing.
But you've made money so many other ways.
Well, let me tell you something. If I said right now, you have such a passion for music and DJing and engineering. If I said, hey, Gabe, I got this job right now. I just opened a garbage company. We pick up garbage from everyone's houses, and we get $500,000 a year. Your ass would be right next to me. I'm a garbage truck. Guess what?
I hope I would.
With a boombox playing your music. Okay?
No, but here's the thing. I became a DJ that makes good money because I'm passionate about it and because I do it all the time. And then you get better and better and better at it. And then you create the demand and then you start making real money from it. You know?
Mistake.
But that's what you did as a MC. Like you're not just an MC. You're not like a second rate MC. You said you're the biggest event company in the country, you're like the number one MC kind of thing, you know.
Arguably, it's arguably.
I don't want to.
People have different tastes.
Yeah, I don't want to like insult other MCs that work with the company, but like
a dope MC is a dope MC. That's important.
But that's what I'm saying. You're in a high demand MC because of your passion for it and because you do a great job. You know what I'm saying?
I got lucky.
I don't know.
I'm not lucky because I have the talent. I got lucky in landing that job, in living in the tri-state area, into bumping. There's a lot of things that have to happen.
Factors?
Yeah. If I was born in Oklahoma, I would not be the number one MC or
I remember,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I remember this conversation that it kind of sticks with me. This conversation that Jay-Z had. He was talking to like Warren Buffett and all these other successful people, like extremely successful people, and they talked about luck a lot. Like, you know what I mean?
It's part of the. Don't get it twisted.
I don't know about luck because I'm like a spiritual person, a God person. So I don't know about luck. I don't even know if I believe in luck. There's fate, there's destiny, there's certain things that you should do, have to do, that you're going to do. I don't know if it's luck. You know what I mean?
I think it's all in play.
Really? You think there's a luck aspect there? Just like luck of the draw?
I mean, we call it luck. You can call it what you want.
I guess, yeah.
Because guess what? If I take a penny and I throw it across the room and it bounces off the floor, bounces off a chair, and ends up in a cup, was that science? Yes. Some way science was involved, but then are we going to be like, whoa, lucky shot? Like, whatever you want to call it.
Well, that I would call luck, but I mean like...
But it's not. It's literally science. It released from my hand and hit it. Like, it's literally science.
I guess, but you ever seen like Steph Curry shoot?
That's not luck.
Dude, it's just like...
At all.
It looks like magic, homie.
Yeah, but that's super.
Like that's like sorcery. Like what is he doing?
It's
like,
super precision. That's him shooting 1,000 times.
Yeah,
but I don't want to go too off. But just to close out the, is it brand identity, character, or I started this podcast.
No. I would say we were talking about brand identity, but with brand identity, we get into character because you're like it
But
goes back.
that is brand identity.
Yeah, because you it goes back into that first conversation we had on the first pod with your clarity calls and you know what I mean, trying to get people to like look at themselves, be honest with themselves, find their strengths and their weaknesses, and to sort of like discover, fine tune their brand identity.
You know what's funny? The more we talk, the more I think people shouldn't even do that. I think someone needs to help them with that. It's nearly impossible to look at yourself. Your eyes are in your own head.
But you do it well. That's not right.
Again, it's a bad
You tear
example.
me up well too, so like
No, did
you
it?
give me good advice by tearing me up, but I like it because it's like I'm not sensitive. And I have a growth. I feel like I have a growth mindset, so I'm looking to get torn up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great, because I tear myself up.
Yeah.
And if I have friends that can't take it, then you're not my friend.
No, it's not only that you're not my friend. It's like I think people that have a growth mindset genuinely like
Can
want,
take it. Yeah, it's like, damn. All right, tomorrow I'm gonna.
because it's not about protecting my feelings. It's about getting to where I want to go or accomplishing what I want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying?
And show me. Don't just tell me. Show me. It's like, look what you did.
Yeah.
Rewind that. You see what you did?
Mm-hmm.
You see how those 3 people left when you did that? Don't do that no more. You see when you did this, those 5 people cheered? Do that more.
And you know when people are just trying to be destructive and insulting rather than constructive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll reject. It's not just criticism. Of course, if it's
Also, don't take advice from people that haven't done what you want to do anyway. Like, what are you doing?
right.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I remember I just saw a Kanye interview like 2 days ago. He was like talking. I think the dude's name's Pierce. And then in the middle of the conversation, he was like, "How much money do you have?" And then the guy was like, not as much as you, obviously.
Oh, what's Pierce?
Yeah. I was dying when he said that, man.
Yeah, so brand identity, I just, when we started, I looked in the camera and I said, listen, all the people that tell you to be authentic or original online, don't listen to them, right?
So what's your conclusion now after all this ranting?
I think you should be the most authentic you can in the beginning. I hate saying be authentic. It shouldn't be something you're trying to be. It's just you.
Authentic,
Right?
What is authentic? Transparency.
But at the same time, if you want to grow fast, think about the people watching the phone. Stop listening to advice of people on the phone, and you look at your phone. You look at social media. What are you attracted to? Are you attracted to somebody being the most authentic, or are you attracted to characters?
I think we're all attracted to storytelling. Good storytelling.
Yeah, but also that is true as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of us get caught up in these catchphrases that everybody's saying. What are people actually doing? Like, what is actually happening?
Storytelling, I'm telling you. I could break that down further.
No, I understand. That's what I've been telling the story. But I'm saying
that's what songs are. That's what movies are.
Yeah, but when I watch one guy throw another guy over the bar and it gets 15 million views, they're not telling a story. You're watching you're watching a story. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like,
why are humans attracted to that?
Right. There's so many things that could press that button, and you don't have to be a genius storyteller. Watch what's actually going on and do your content online. I think you should get help with it. I think it don't have to be me. Someone who's super honest that can see you from the outside and tell you to never say that again. Don't wear that shirt ever again. Ooh, those lights look good, right?
But you do that for people, right?
Yeah, that's just number one. Mm-hmm. And I think eventually you're going to become authentic. Everyone's uncomfortable when the camera comes on. So I'd rather you be a character first and then get so comfortable on camera that you start calming down into the actual person you are.
It's funny you say that because I feel like that's what I did. Yeah.
Yeah, because, bro, okay, camera's on. Just be you. Ooh. What does that mean?
I told you that in a previous pod. Like, I feel like I started as like an audio caricature kind of guy or like a DJ. I don't know. And then I just like... And then I would watch it back. Like, some of the videos perform well, and I think they perform well because I gave helpful information. I was actually trying to help people, So they had some value to them. But when I watch them back now, I'm just like it's kind of just
like, who is that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're performing, and if you were on the news, it would make sense. Wait a second, are people on TV performers? Yes.
Right.
Like, and when I'm emceeing, am I the same person that sits down in your kitchen and has a serious conversation? No, but it's time to hit. There's certain parts of your personality that you need to hit that button for that moment.
Right. So are we online when people are making content? Are you saying we're entertaining, so to speak? Like,
If you're smart, entertaining would be.
but what if we're not all entertainers? You know what I mean?
Then it's not you being funny or goofy. It's you adding things in your content that connect to those things. So if you're always talking about music and you don't want to talk about how a drum sounds, you could say, hey, this weekend Lady Gaga did this, that, and the third. So now the entertainment that she provides is hitting people in their head, and you're hitting them with just straight information. And entertainment and information are colliding. So you're not the one entertaining, but the subject matter and what you're saying is the entertainment.
Right. It's something they're kind of like already interested in,
Right.
so to speak, or a character that they're already in love with.
Yeah,
You know?
I rather people. It's so hard to be yourself when you first start. Like, what does that even mean? Be yourself, okay? And you're shivering. I'd rather say, no, be this character and talk like this and sit like this, and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that, and eventually you're gonna start relaxing. Like,
a lot of your clients, you had to like get them out of their shell. You pulled them out of their shell, so to speak, right? Like they're not even naturally like on camera personalities.
my thing is to put you in a whole different shell.
Right.
You're not good at this, so why am I gonna tell you to be you?
Like that's why you hire me, because if you were good at it, you would do it on your own.
Right? Don't be you. You're not good at this yet. You're gonna be this person, but then you start relaxing.
Yeah.
And now, like even with Prada, like at first, it was more robotic. Now he has he's Prada. He has a whole, because you relax into it. Watch this. When I was first becoming, not when I was.
So now he like became the character, so to speak.
No, he's himself.
So but it started as a character, you would say?
Yeah, when I say a character, it doesn't mean you put on glasses and you throw on a wig and you're a whole
No.
different
I
person.
understand.
But
what
the way
mean.
you deliver, you're not going to deliver well on camera because you don't know how to. You don't have to practice.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you going to try to be authentic? You authentically suck.
Mm-hmm.
No, do it like Michael Buffer would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sit like this person would sit. Stand like this person who is already good at that type of delivery.
It's like kind of like media training, so to speak, right? Like you know how like artists used to do like media.
No, it's more like, why the heck was Kobe Bryant so good? Because he copied Michael Jordan to the T. Walked like him, shot like him, spun like him, and then one day you learn all the skills. You're like, wait a second, I have the skills.
His own style.
You're now you're the Black Mamba.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I rather, even for emceeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way we were trained in emceeing was, this is what you say. This is how you get people to stand. This is what you say when you want people to sit or react.
Oh, you were
to
trained? You had like an MC mentor?
For years.
Oh, wow.
It's a whole system.
Yeah.
You could spend 5 hours watching the first 20 minutes of a party. What did you do? What did you say? Why did it not work out? Who were you giving eye contact to? Who weren't you? What happened because you did or didn't? Right? And then what happens is you're doing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to ask everyone to please rise, if you will. That's how we were trained. And that's how we were trained to say that. Guess what? I don't say that. Rise, if you will. I don't talk like that. But guess what? At least you know what works and how you should be. And then eventually you're like, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I need everyone to get your big fat butts off your seats and onto your feet.
You developed your own personality with it.
Well, you don't develop it. It starts leaking out.
Yeah.
The character does everything right
because
and in order.
Because the format almost becomes second nature.
Yes.
Yeah. I get it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fake character you develop does the job better than you. And then at certain times that character comes down and the real you comes out. I think that's
then that
the
format
way.
is still there. That framework is still there.
The framework.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Don't be authentic. Find a framework that works. Copy that exactly. And as you get good at those skills within that framework, the real you is going to pop out.
It makes a lot of sense. I like I said, I think I actually did that without knowing that I was doing, without being conscious that I was doing that.
Right.
Which is crazy.
That's the way. I don't know how we got all the way there, but that's actually pretty fire.
No. That's the way. Yeah. I mean, that's how you get to your brand identity, so to speak. Like it's like a combination. So what you're saying is a combination, essentially. It's like that framework, that structure, that's proven, that's known to work with a combination of like your true self, but then that framework kind of becomes second nature.
No, I don't even think that.
Well, once you exercise it enough and do it enough times, that framework becomes second nature. You know,
you don't have to practice being you. You already done that every day of your entire life.
right.
So you're practicing a framework. Watch this. If I try to copy a video exactly, which I have, I'm going to copy this video exactly. I'm going to say exactly what they said, exactly how they said it. Guess what the end result's going to be? It's not going to be like their video. Because I'm me with my face and my voice with my lights, and it's going to come off different. So even if you wanted to copy someone, you can't do it.
It's so much easier. For me, it's so much easier, too, to do it for someone else when I'm doing someone else's content. Like, I could watch their content just, like, totally disconnected and, like, see if it's entertaining me or not. And, like, oh, no, we need to cut this. Oh, you're talking for too long. Like, it took me a while to learn to, like, tear my own stuff up like that. You know what I mean? And you said this in the first pod too, or the second pod, like watch yourself, like record it and watch it. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to like stand back from it and disconnect with it.
That's for the comfort. I think most people, that's to get you comfortable watching your stuff. But I still think most people,
they won't be able to judge whether or not it's good.
Bro, it's so hard. Even me, like the when I posted on my birthday, I watched the video and I said, "Oh, we're closing down," and I was like. I watched it 100 times. I edited it, but a day later, I'm like, dang, if I would have started from here and not here, it would have did even better.
Perform better, yeah.
But honestly, I shot that in one day, edited it one day, and dropped it. So like, I didn't have a lot of time to, you know,
like even sit with it. No, that makes sense.
But yeah, the character for you to follow is for you to get the format down. Go ahead, be Jim Carrey, be Will Smith, be that character. Right? You can't copy them anyway. You're going to be all over that identity, right? But once you get all the skills, eventually you're going to be you. You're going to forget that you're copying someone. Like you said, you're just going to be following a format, but it's going to be all the way you.
Yeah. It's when you like get comfortable with the format, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. You start to like own it. You know what I mean? We said that too. We do that with music. Like at first, you're copying your favorite artist, and then you start to like develop your own identity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more you do that, the more you become you. And that's why people. That's why when people say just post, it's not really so. The more you post, the more people are going to know you, and the more they're going to follow you. In the beginning, it's like no. The more you become the person the type of person people want to follow in the first place.
Right. That's
You're
crazy.
not even you on camera yet. Just go crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's like when you put a camera on somebody and tell them act natural.
Hey, listen, we're doing it right now. I would like to prepare more for this podcast. I would like all that. I could wait and analyze everything. But I'm like, somebody is going to like this. Somebody's going to hate it. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't exist, nothing happens.
Yeah.
So even though I don't know if 10 people, 100 people, whatever, are going to see this episode 7 or whatever, what we just talked about for 44 minutes, someone's going to be like, oh, I get it. The whole time I've been shivering behind a camera trying to be me. And maybe I should find someone who's kind of doing what I'm doing, who's world class at what I'm doing, and just follow suit.
Right.
Because I'm going to learn all those skills. And I'm already me. Why am I trying to be me? I was born me. Right?
Yeah.
Let me just follow that path, follow that structure, follow that format, and you're going to be able to look back at you and get more comfortable. But if you're just naked, I want to be me and talk like me. You don't even know. Your eyes are in your own head. You haven't been watching yourself.
It's so hard to, So to like critique yourself and stand back and look at yourself and determine whether or not like.
Yo, with that said, I'm going to jump in and do an ad right now. If anybody out there would like someone who is not you to look at your brand, at your social media, how you talk, how you sit, how you post, why you post, what you're trying to sell, how you're trying to sell that, I'm your guy. I can sit down with you. We can have online. We'll have a clarity call, and I'll break down what you're selling, what type of content you should be making, how you should be making that content, how you should deliver it, how you should present it, and how we can make you more money online. You like that commercial?
Yeah, it was
That was
nice.
good, right?
That was nice. So say I know who I am and I start to develop this format, right? And I feel like I don't know, it's not moving fast enough. Should I then start like when should I start paying for ads and views?
I don't think that's the next step. I think we're way too early in our conversation. I think tell me how it's not working. Give me a scenario. What's happening? You've been posting for how long and what?
Is it even worth to pay for views whatsoever? Because there's some people that recommend ads and there's some people that say you don't have to. And
no,
you
they're
can do
bugging.
it.
Anybody says that is not on the level of ads yet.
So you feel like ads has to come into play, but only at a certain point.
No, I think you can start a page and start ads right away. Depending what you're selling.
Right.
If you're selling, let's say I have a bunions all the time.
But you're not just doing ads just for views, like, right? You have to have your structure, your funnel, your store set up, so to speak.
If you're running an ad, it's because you're selling something. Does
I don't know. I think there's people that will like run ads just for, I don't know.
Oh, are you asking me? Should you ever? Is that what you're saying? Should you ever run ads just to be seen?
No. No, I'm more asking like, who's the person that should be running ads and when?
Ooh. Okay. You should be running an ad when you're selling something. One. That's the point.
So you can do it on day one if you have your business set up correctly, right?
Yeah, because guess what? At the end of the day, let's say you only have 10 followers, right? Mm-hmm. But your ad is, hey, just so you know, my mom, my family, my friends, everyone I've ever met said I made the best pancakes ever. And I now own my own pancake shop. It's right down 23 Main Street. Come on down. If I see that, I'm like, hey, babe, you want some pancakes? I don't give a dang.
Well, that makes sense because the business structure is already in place, right?
Right. He has something to sell.
Yeah.
It could be a T-shirt. If you have something other people might like to buy, you're allowed to run ads. Because we don't.
And you should.
Because your ads are not based on your personal brand right away. If you have something that I would like to buy, I don't care less if you only posted once. Who cares about your video? At that point,
it's just about visibility because, right.
I've purchased things from people that don't have a lot of followers because I wanted the thing they were selling.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
Right, there's levels to this, but I think when you first start...
So there's no when, really. Like...
When you should at least set up yourself online, your product somewhere to buy, and because who knows,
that's what I mean. You need that structure and that funnel there. Or else you're sending them.
I don't even want to say the word funnel. If you have a stand store, if you have a website that says I sell mugs, and on day one you say, "Look at this dog mug," and your wife goes, "Hey, that's our dog. I want that mug." No strategy, no hook, no colorful words popping up. It's just like someone said they had a mug and I wanted it.
Yeah, but there's a way to make your return, right? I think paying for ads and then not making a return is kind of like that only can happen really if there's no business structure.
We're too far. Right? You're an expert level. We went to being comfortable on camera to right. Your ads cost money. It costs money to get a customer. If that customer is buying a $5 mug, but you spent $10 on an ad, you lost $5.
Right.
I would argue, did you? I would say you paid $5 to put a mug in the hand of a person where you had no mugs in their hand, and maybe them drinking it in front of people will make the people in front of them also get it. So there's like this
is what I've been discovering lately too, man. Like a lot of the most successful people we see online spend a lot of money on ads, dude.
There's no guru who's not dumping ads, except maybe Gary Vee. But Gary Vee's also not selling a product in front of you. Not
Gary Vee. I remember what's his face that he always used to brag about it. Myron Goldman, right? His last name is. I used to watch him a lot, and he always used to brag about like how he doesn't spend money on ads. And he was like, "Why don't I spend money on ads?" Because instead, he was like, "You see these fancy cameras, you see these mics, you see the studio. I'd rather spend money like that, and I just make more content." And then that is my marketing. That is my advertising. So he would like, see what I mean? Like how people have different philosophies on this. Like that his philosophy was like, you don't need to spend money on ads. He just puts the money back into his own business, which is kind of like indirectly spending money on ads.
If you watch the people
because if you buy everything that you need to produce commercials,
right, I didn't want to especially in this podcast, I want to be a bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the super guru that makes $100 million yet,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I believe when people are in the beginning or at one of these beginning stages, and when I mean beginning stages, I don't mean like 1 to 10. Like this thing's like 1 to 100. So if you're at 25, you're still not even halfway, right? I want to be the bridge that grabs people from here and brings them over there until I'm up there, right? So even when we talk about those gurus, I don't know who's listening to this podcast, but a lot of people don't know who the heck we're talking about.
They don't.
Right? So my thing is, if you're out there and even if you want to sell information because you know something other people don't, remember, you only have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the person you're selling it to.
Right.
You don't have to wait till you're like a professor, right? If you know,
you just have to have the ability to pull somebody up to the next level.
To the next level. To where, if you already made, like, I'm not the biggest social media guru in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to somebody else, I might be 1,000 steps ahead of them. And they're looking at the guy who's a super guru like, bro, I can't even understand what do you mean retargeting ads? What are you talking about? How do I say hello to my camera? And what light should I put above my iPhone?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is a funnel? I'm not even there. I'm trying to figure out how to open a stand store, or should I have a website? Or like, there's so many things.
There's levels to this
right.
game,
So like, I want to be a bridge for people. Like, hey, I was just there 2 years ago.
From like beginner, I just turned the camera.
It don't even
on.
have to be beginner. It's where I was 2 years ago. You were there. Where I was 5 years ago. You were there. Hey, bud, come up here.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you get to level 5. I beat that level.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't beat the final boss yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I could take you all the way to level 17.
Gotcha.
You know, and to everybody out there, you don't have to wait. As long as you got somewhere where someone hasn't been yet, you can help other people get up.
Yeah, there's like different roads to success. This pod is kind of like you discuss your philosophy, you know what I mean? Your own perspective. You have your own unique way of approaching things. That's why I like to, that's the only reason I bring up other like so-called like gurus and stuff like that, you know? Because I want to give you different philosophies, like both sides of the spectrum, right?
Right.
And throw them both at you and then get your opinion on which, like, what side do you lean towards, or do you have your just own philosophy in general?
Going back to what I've been saying every podcast, everything works if you work it.
Right.
There's people who only run ads and you never see them do
There's different
organic.
ways to success.
There's people who go only organic. There's different people say billboards don't work, but you know what? Every time I'm on a turnpike, I'm like, I read all these.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean if my face was up there saying something it wouldn't work? I read these
and
things.
if they didn't work, they wouldn't be so expensive. They're still very expensive.
Well, they're much cheaper than they used to
yeah,
be,
yeah,
but they wouldn't be there at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it depends. Everything goes under the bracket of depends. What are you putting up there?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is there something people could see real fast, read real fast, and need?
Mm-hmm.
It might not work for you because you're putting something up there that just doesn't work.
Right.
For that area or those people, or it's an online thing and you're promoting it in real world on the Parkway.
Yeah, there's some like disconnect. Yeah.
Right. There's a reason the lawyers are always there. It must always work. Wait, because what are they going to do?
Divorce lawyers.
Right. But what are they going to do? Right. They're going to say, hey, thanks for calling. You need help with what? Oh, we just set an appointment up for Monday. Hey, before we hang up, how did you hear about us? I was on the turnpike. I saw the billboard.
Right.
You know if it's going to work or not.
I when people come to me, especially like new people that discover me, like I ask them all the time, like, how'd you, like I ask them that question because I really want to know, because I want to know what's like working, and like if this is how most people are discovering me, I want to do more of that, you know.
Let me ask you a question before we go.
Mm-hmm.
How did you have the same way you asked me about my audacity and how did you have the audacity to think you could be an author?
That's a good question.
It's like, who the hell do you think you are?
That's a good question. I would say the first step was being an educator in general, right? And then I start to notice after you have like dozens of students, I'm teaching them all the same thing, right? And they have all similar questions. So you start to like identify problems that they all have, and I'm answering the same question and solving the same problem all the time. And I have like a perspective on this, right? So I start to think like that's your curriculum, so to speak, right? It starts to develop a curriculum. Then I was just like, if I'm just gonna keep teaching the same thing all the time, I'll just put it in a book. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like developed over time. That was actually probably like 5 years, you know?
That's the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
Most people want to write a book, so they say just to say they wrote one.
No, it developed over
Yeah.
time, but I've always been called like a philosopher and all this stuff. Like I was just looking at old transcripts from college. I took like 5 philosophy classes and I got like A's in all of them. Like that was like early, you know, like right after high school.
Right.
I've always kind of just had a perspective or I like talking about perspectives.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why we even have our Christian conversations and religious conversations and philosophy conversations.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I could go on rants about those type of things for hours. So yeah, I've always wanted to. I've in the back of my mind, and I used to do poetry club when I was in high school and stuff, all this crazy stuff. So I actually used to write like super early on. But yeah, maybe it's kind of like always been. Now that I think about it, it's kind of like always been in the back of my mind too. But that the first book, I want to write more books, but the first book was more just like a curriculum and a philosophy on your teaching approach, right? Like the thing that I found myself teaching the most, especially to like a certain demographic. Like most of my students were like age 15 to like 25, like, you know what I mean? Teenagers, young adults. And I found myself teaching them the same thing over and over. So I made kind of like a book geared specifically towards that, you know what I mean?
Fire. I mean,
Yeah.
with that in mind, because we're at the close to the end of the pod, we have to do something before we go off air. It's like I could cut it right now, but I'm gonna let all the people in on this. This is episode 7. The podcast is not even out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even edit anything yet. I can't do that until I have a name to the podcast.
I have no.
Just like you title a book, I need a name.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to go back to the old Chris Porter podcast. Keep it simple. I want to say the Porter Pod. We the ish. No.
No, porta potty sounds like a porta potty. So
I was going to go
yeah.
Planned Porterhood. Joking.
Let me ask you this question.
Oh, boy. He's going to go philosophy on it instead of just naming it.
Okay, yeah, I would probably.
Go ahead. I'm going to give you a shot. Go ahead.
What are you trying to help people do with this pod?
I love that question because I had to ask myself that question today. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, what could I talk about? Like, I'm allowed to do whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be a podcast that just talks about current events and do whatever you want.
No, you want to provide value,
right? But value within what I do and the value I have to give
within the framework.
Within the framework, you love these lingos, these online salespeople lingo within the framework, right? So I know I want to talk about how to build your personal brand online. I want to talk about brand separate from personal brand, like what that means, right? I'm teaching as I'm learning. This is not where the end all be all is. 5 episodes from now, I might, which could be 5 weeks from now, I might figure something out that like breaks the bank.
Dude, I'm figuring things out on camera, having the conversations. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I want people to do, have that experience with us.
Right.
Because guess what? A lot of these people are watching, so like we talked about the other time, so much stuff and YouTube and this over here and this over here, but a place where people can come, listen, watch, see somebody who's actively doing it for others, right? Because a lot of these people out there, they're doing it for them and they're blowing up, but they're blowing up because they're their character. You're not them. I'm trying to teach you how to be me. I'm trying to see what the things you can do that works for everybody. And then obviously if we get on the call, I can see what works for you. But I want people to experience the growth with us. Like, listen while you learn, or learn while you. I don't know the name of the podcast, but like content, personal brand, creativity. Sometimes it might be equipment, but everything involving how to make money online,
Right.
and how that connects with your real life. Because, this is why we ask questions. You can't make the content you want to get. You can't become the character you want to become. You can't make I know something's weird, right?
Yeah.
You can't make
throwing me off.
you can't make the money you want online unless you become the type of person that does that stuff. So it's also self-development.
That's what you're really kind of teaching people.
I mean, but I don't want to say that, because then I can get into like the real way you should be brushing your teeth. Because I learn things all the time, like stupid things like that. Like, I was supposed to be flossing like this. So, self-development goes for everything. But the type of person you become during the journey of becoming a business person or entrepreneur or a creator, the journey of being successful in life, whatever that is to you, right? But through the lens of content and everything we're doing, because I want people to come here to learn that thing. I don't want to just talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah, you're like.
So now, what's the name of it, Gabe?
You're saying like, I do this. I've led people to success. I've used social media to bring myself success. So like,
I failed 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So now you only have to fail 5.
Yeah.
Coming on this journey. But what is the name? Do I have to have a name, or should I just put the name on it? Or should I personal brand it? Just put the name on it.
You could just do Chris Porter podcast, honestly.
Because watch this.
Because your whole entire brand is gonna online is sort of like focused on social media marketing, so to speak. No? Is it? It is, right? At this point, it is, right?
When's the last time you see me post anything that says that? If you go on my page right now and you go down 10 times, you'll be like, restaurant owner / creator, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
If you go down a little bit more, recording artist, on stage performer.
Right.
Right. So I'm making this podcast for social media, right? And yes, you're gonna learn about my life, Gabe's life, and everything else that's going on. We're gonna talk about current events that fall within the lines of what we're talking about. But it's really how to navigate earning a living, building a brand, using online responsibly, and profiting and getting good things out of it, because you can get a lot of bad things out of it. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just like using the online world in a way that works for you, and building your business and your company and your brand.
So what's the name of the podcast? The white camera's going to go, dink.
I still don't know. You could really just do Chris Porter Pod, but you, for some reason, you feel like that's not enough, right?
No.
It doesn't say enough about what the podcast is trying to accomplish, so to speak.
Yeah. If we want to be real businessy, you're supposed to align it, right? Like you had your book, it was aligned with what you were teaching. But the biggest podcast in the world, if I'm being really honest, it doesn't matter. It's more about it being something people want to listen to. Are they getting value from it, whatever that value may be? And they don't care what it's called. It was called Batman.
That's true too.
But I
wouldn't be like hard pressed.
I love a good title. Like I like Brilliant Idiots. That's their podcast. I like that title. Also, I like when I hear Joe Rogan Experience, I'm just like, it's Joe's podcast. Or Joe Budden Experience. Drink Champs is a great name.
I've always thought, like, how are they going to
$1 million worth of game? Great name. That's a great name.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's really the focus of the pod too. Yeah, that you're just giving out game from like a street perspective, like, so that's a great title.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, because tomorrow I'm putting aside all my work hours tomorrow are only pod stuff. So I want to get the first episode done, send you all the audio, thumbnails, everything like that. I want to name the things. I can't do that without that. and then move on. Now, Chris Porter, the comedian, a buddy of mine online who I've also met in person. If you Google or chat Chris Porter podcast, he pops up. Not because he has a podcast called Chris Porter Podcast. Him and his sister, I don't know if it's still fresh, but they have a podcast, and his name's Chris Porter. So Chris Porter podcast, Google's gonna go like this.
Right.
But does that even matter?
No. I don't think it matters.
It's a Dr. Dre thing.
Yeah. I don't even think it matters.
Because you're not searching for random podcasts. You've seen it, whether it was social media or we never search.
And this is gonna go up on your regular YouTube channel.
Yeah, like I don't know how
your regular YouTube channel.
That's on the list. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Should I have a channel just for the podcast?
Right.
You know, but yeah, I could just call it that, and you know, I would love it to be called something that connects to what the basis of what we're talking about, or at least close to it. You know, paid the post, right? That's what I had it.
That was the name that you were discussing. Yeah.
I know if you can't see me right now, I'm gonna open my like. Isn't that what it?
That kind of sums it up, right? Essentially,
paid the post. Paid doesn't always mean money all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I know we were supposed to talk about something else this pod because I said it at the end of the last pod. I do want to talk about comfort content because when I say paid the post, like
you said what content?
Comfort.
What do you mean by comfort?
I feel like comfort content is gonna blow up soon too.
What do you mean by that?
When you're swiping and there's too many of me's, animated stuff and war and dancing and 50 Cent cursing somebody out. Comfort content is like,
hey guys,
no,
talking calmly.
It's usually not talking. Talking could be involved, but it's usually like somebody washing windows, or like if you own a plant store, you don't say nothing about the plant store. You just shoot the plant with high definition video with some jazz in the back, and you're like, oh, we're open 10 a.m. That's comfort content. Or making food and not saying everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I got ADH element of P.
No.
Title.
That sounds like a whole other episode.
We got 1 minute. We need a title because I don't want to wake up without a title again. Is it pay the post? That's not available on Instagram and stuff like that, by the way.
I kind of like.
I can go Paid the Post podcast. The Paid the Post podcast, where we talk about social media, content creation, personal brand building, how to actually get something offline. It don't have to just be money. The big payoff could be peace, because your algorithm's not trying to stab you in your eyes because you built it like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know which one makes me comfortable. I was gonna do Chris Porter Studios for my for the video work I'm doing with the clients, and I end up sticking with iDraft Media.
Oh, why that name? I remember I meant to ask you that. Why
iDraft Media?
Yeah.
Because I can't be at all the events at one time. So as a result, like a professional sports team would, I also go out and I draft and train the best talent to put at your events, because I can't play every game.
I had no idea that's why you named it that.
Yeah. iDraft Media. So you're not always going to get me. Now, if you want to spend the big dollars and get the Chris Porter package, I could be there with my team, but I can't always be there. But you're going to get me with my eye and my video perspective as a master of ceremonies through the people I train, right? Okay. Every other videographer, not every other, but 99% of all videographers learned how to be a videographer, and that's what they do. And they're shooting with the eye of looking at films and cinematic and other weddings. I'm looking from the eye of the person who's the one that's usually creating what's happening in front of the camera. And that's how I'm training my people, and I'm drafting, like a sports team, the best talent and training them to do so.
Right.
That's a great commercial. I got to clip that. Now, what's the name of this podcast?
I don't know.
That's the longest this camera's been running.
I don't know. I like Paid the Post, but it doesn't.
You think you don't like that it's uniform. You want to be able, in 5 years when I'm already so paid, I don't want to talk about it no more, and I want to talk about aliens. You don't like Paid the Post because I can't, you know what I mean? That's what you're saying. Yeah. It can't grow with me. Is that what you're saying?
No. I feel like if you really loved it, you would have committed to that already.
I'm indecisive. I got 20 book titles. I have a folder in my.
How'd you name your child?
I don't know.
How'd you
But it was a lot easier.
Really, to name a human being was easier than to name this podcast?
I like to have it sound because I don't like most names, so it was easy.
It's always a nice name. I like it.
I like Paid the Post because if I'm just being honest, as a business, it makes you want to watch the podcast faster when you tell people what it is. I have a podcast. What is it? Chris Porter podcast. Oh yeah, what do you talk about? Anything Chris Porter wants to talk about? I have a podcast. What's the name of your podcast? Paid the Post. Ooh, I like paid. I like money. What's it about?
But that's what I mean. I do. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think you should provide some clarity about
it's
what
like,
it's about.
Paid the Post. I show people how to make money online, whether that's building your personal brand, whether that's being entertaining enough for YouTube to pay you or TikTok, and we'll talk about that next time, right?
Clarity seems to be the theme too.
Ooh,
It does, right? Right.
Clarity's a big word.
That's what you're like really providing to a lot of people.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. But I don't know if you could do like clarity content.
I know. We're stuck. Chat.
Where's chat?
You know what hard to? CL. That's a hard name to come off of. Like clarity.
Well, let me ask ChatGPT. Let me say
or a content clarity or.
Yeah, I like that's kind of cool actually.
That's the name of the podcast though. Paid the Post is harder, bro. PTP.
See,
holla back.
This is where the rapper comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So let me ask chat. Let me see what chat gives on the fly.
I think Paid the Post. I tell you why.
Name a podcast.
Look. You know what you're doing again? You're being a philosopher.
Why?
Because with what lives better without the podcast? Clarity is like, what is this about? Is this spirituality? Is about, but Paid the Post is like, yo, I want to be paid to post. I want to learn how to get paid to post.
See again.
Now you
again. You're the rapper. That's why you're the rapper, right?
No, you're wrong.
And
that's
I'm the engineer. And you're the rapper.
No. This is not rapping. This is marketing.
Mm-hmm. But you're the specialist.
Yo, go outside and be like, yo, who wants clarity on blah, blah, blah?
I help people with marketing too, but you help me level up that marketing. You know what I'm saying?
But go outside right now to 100 people and be like, who needs help with clarity online? They're like, what? Or go outside and say, who wants to get paid to post online? Me, right? I wonder how I look right now, raising my hand, saying me. See,
online to make money,
to get money podcast, the social media podcast.
Let's see what chat gives us real quick.
The clarity call. Ooh, clarity call. The podcast could be
top picks for social media marketing and monetizing.
Horrible.
Monetize your social. Boo. Social media magic. Boo. Social media money makers. Boo.
Yo, I don't know if you just missed what I said.
Marketing, media, and money. Boo.
I don't know if you missed what I just said.
What?
The only thing that works with clarity,
Mm-hmm.
we're bugging right now.
Mm.
What's the thing I charge for? One of the things I charge for, the main thing people should be getting. A clarity call.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what this is.
That's a dope name, actually.
That's what I'm saying to you right
Clarity
now.
call?
Clarity call.
That's fire, actually.
And then sometimes at the end of our pods,
I rock with that.
At the end of our pods, maybe we have somebody call in.
There you go.
Clarity call.
Right.
The clarity call.
I like that, dude.
Or Paid the Post.
It is kind of philosophical though, but I like
Paid the
it.
Post.
That's why I like it. That's why I like it, because it's more. It's like I like that, the clarity call, because that is what you do, and then not only that, it's also been a common. Now that we've shot multiple episodes, it's been like a common theme.
It's a common thing that so every time we meet for a podcast, we're just finding new clarity because a week went by, we learned more, we did more. And as a result, the people listening are getting more clarity that can help them. But if they want deeper dive into it personally, they can actually call me.
I rock with clarity call.
So you like clarity call better than Paid the Post?
Yes, but I'm a philosopher.
Don't worry about no. We're doing marketing.
Philosopher, teacher, engineer guy. I don't know. I'm in my own head a lot, bro. I'm like, like I'm too dorky. You're the cool guy. You're the rapper.
Paid the Post.
You tell me.
It's not. No, you're doing it wrong. It's not. It has nothing to do with the cool and rapper, and nothing to do with the philosophy guy.
Yeah.
We're selling something right now.
Where did you get the term clarity call from?
I know what the deal. I know the answer. We have to pull ourselves out of ourselves. Remember, I said looking down at yourself.
Where did you get that term clarity call from, though? Like, why is that what you call
I
it?
saw it somewhere. If I'm being honest.
All right, you jacked it. Yeah.
I mean, I saw it somewhere. And then I was like, wow, that's exactly what it is. People need clarity. Clarity is the whole thing. But guess what? It's not the pitch line, though. People don't know they need clarity until you tell them that. But if you tell them, yo, you want to get paid to post?
Oh, they're not searching for clarity. See, there you go. That's why you're the marketer.
No, it's beyond searching for it. If you run outside right now and be like, hey, who needs a clarity call? What are you talking about, bro? But if you run outside and be like, hey, who needs to get paid to post?
Right.
Me. All right, maybe you need a clarity call where we talk about you understand?
Right.
Like the clarity is second to you. Remember what we always talk about? Social media is the mall. So if you're one of the stores trying to get customers in, does your sign say, we have clarity calls?
Do you ever listen to a podcast because of the name, though?
No, never.
There you go.
I listened to the characters who pulled me in or promoted it.
There you go.
Or the only way I listen to a podcast, it doesn't mean I listen all the time, like once in a while, is because I saw it. There was a subject matter that I listened to on YouTube. That subject matter popped up. The algorithm said, hey, you've been learning about this. You want to see this? And it happens to be a podcast that's on YouTube. And those people were talking about that subject. I know one right now. I don't even know the name of the podcast, but I see it all the time. And I watch it like once or twice a week. Don't even know the name of the podcast. I can't tell you one of the people on the podcast, but I probably watch 1 or 2 episodes a week because the subject matter, and it's never the full podcast. It's only the clips of like 15 minutes or 8 minutes on a certain subject matter, and that pops up. I think paid to post is the stronger call.
Okay.
Because even that could even be the book. Like, who doesn't want to get paid to post? Watch this. I don't want to say everybody, but most people have social media, right? Most people are posting and don't care about getting this, posting for their friends and family, right? Who wouldn't want to get paid every time they post?
No, I get it.
It's a better worm on the hook.
I get it.
I got a podcast, everybody. It's called Paid to Post, where I sit down.
You like saying that? You like saying that out loud? All right, cool.
That's another thing. I get paid to post.
Yeah.
Learn how to get.
If you like saying it out loud, that's big too.
I got a new call, clarity call. No, we do clarity calls.
Oh, yeah.
We do clarity calls on the podcast called Paid to Post.
Right.
It's Paid to Post. Chris Porter podcast. It's Paid to Post. With Chris Porter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paid to Post, bro. I already bought paidtopostpodcast.com.
You already bought it?
Paid to Post was taken.
Then you were kind of like...
Paid to Post, I own everything. I own everything.
Any idea you have, you just go
yes,
buy.
I probably have like 35 URLs. No
really?
lie. I have Homes in Hip Hop. When I was doing a real estate and I thought I was going to have this whole thing on home. Like, imagine we only talked about real estate. Homes in Hip Hop is fire. So if you guys want that, I'll sell it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see, like, tell me some more of your brainstorms.
Homes in Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Chris Porter Studios, Paid to Post podcast. Somebody else had Paid to Post, but they have nothing on it, right? It's also taken on Instagram. But again, you add podcasts to it, it's whatever. Just imagine Instagram. If you have Paid to Post podcast on top, it's like, oh, they're always talking about how to build on social media or how to grow your personal brand. Like, bro, you're going to want to even follow that page because it's niche toward that cool thing.
I like the PPP too.
PTP.
Paid to... Oh, yeah. No, you don't really... No, you don't really got to include the T, though.
Then it's just PP. You don't want PP because then that gets weird.
Paid to Post.
You know?
Yeah.
I got iDraftMedia.com. I got... I have so many I forgot. I have thewaterdance.com. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Thewaterdance.com. I own that.
Wow.
Now, mind you, The Water Dance is a top-selling book. A big time top-selling. Like,
The Water Dance?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Is it a book or a movie?
I don't know.
It's one of them. I think it might be a book, but it's huge. Like, if they wanted that and they were like, hey, we're making it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I at least have 35 URLs.
That's crazy, dude.
Because over the last 20 years, I'm like, just in case I want this.
That's all your ideas, all your brainstorming.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So paid the post?
I can rock with that. You're right. I did like Clarity Call, but it's a little dorky. I don't know if like saying it out loud is cool. I don't know if.
And the winners of the best podcast of the year is Clarity Call.
Yeah, that sounds kind of corny, right?
Is Paid the Post.
We sound like accountants or something. Like, I don't know. Like
Paid the Post, bro.
we sound like office corporate people, and that's like not what we are. Yeah.
Paid to Post.
Yeah.
Guess what? Right now, everyone's chasing me to help their business get more money, bring more people in their doors, get more people in their restaurant, get more people in their laundromat, because they know I know how to make content and post it online, and it brings people. And guess what happens when I post it for them? They get paid. Paid the Post.
There you go.
We did it.
I think you've been did it. You just needed that confirmation.
I do. That's one of my.
You already own the URL.
One of my weak links is confirmations.
Right.
Also, what I want to do with this podcast, I want to be better prepared with it. And I want the first 45 minutes just value sandwich. I want people to be like, whoa, this is amazing. Let's learn this. And then I want to talk like this for the second 30 minutes or whatever. I want to just be loose. Because now, if they don't want to have fun and they only want to value, they can go home. But now the people who are going to be our real tribe, either that or like we said before.
This is like the encore.
I'm going to put it behind a paywall because guess what? People need to see this part because this is what people walk around their living room thinking. Watch this. They want a name for their podcast or their book, but they had something that was fun and silly for something that was more direct. Now they're watching somebody else go through that mindset, that thought process, and now they're like, oh, he named it this. He just explained all the reasons why Paid to Post was better sounding. It aligned with exactly what he was talking about.
You're developing a brand identity in front of their face.
In front of their faces.
That's dope. That's really dope. I like that because it's kind of like they could go on that journey with you.
Oh my goodness. I love that we're doing this.
Yeah.
Guess what? You just found, I'm going to give you all the grace right here, right? The glory. You just found a part of this podcast that's going to be so unique. Right? Up till now, I was following somebody else's formula. Because that's what I do to find my own, right? We're going to give crazy value of what we learned building our own stuff, right?
And helping clients and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. Then within that, I'm building my brand live because I'm not all the way where I want to be. I'm a bunch of steps above a lot of people and a bunch of steps below a lot of people. But in doing that, they get to watch my stuff blossom. So they know my stuff is not cap and how I grow is not cap.
Right.
So they see my clients do better and become more successful through content.
Yeah.
They see me and I can say, hey, I wore the red shirt last week and it worked. Go look at my post before last and you'll see it. You'll see what happened. And this is what I'm going to try next. Check this out, guys. Here's what you guys maybe should try.
Yeah.
Here's what we've been doing. That's amazing. You don't get to see people go through the process. And when you do, it's the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
Because guess what? It's going to work for me. It's going to work for you guys. And Paid the Post. We did it. This is the longest podcast we've had.
How long is
by
it?
far. Right now, we're at 1:24, and we're also pushing that white one to the limit. It's probably about to overheat. White camera. I'm talking about is capturing the room. But it's good to push to know. I'm gonna be upgrading soon.
Yeah. I don't think every episode has to be exactly 1 hour or two, right? Like,
but this is another test. All the best podcasts. Okay. All the best podcasts that just have fun the whole time, they're 3 hours.
I watched a 2.5 hour podcast this morning.
What was it about?
Jordan Peterson talking to this British interviewer guy. He's really cool, like the skinny. I forgot what his name. I forgot the dude's name.
But he
does a lot of big interviews or whatever. But they went super deep.
Yeah, but the fact is, you also sat there the entire time.
Yeah, psychology, philosophy, marriage. Like they got into everything.
And it was but it was all your cup of tea.
All my cup of tea, and then but I knew that.
So you want to call this cup of tea?
I knew that before even clicking
and we sit here with a cup of tea.
I woke up at like 4:00 in the morning, and it was super early. But I started like doing things already. But it's kind of like quiet in the house at 4:00 in the morning, and I was just like, let me run this because I got to start.
All right, connect. We got to work on your connection.
No, but by like 6, I know by like 6:30, I gotta like. around there is when I start like getting the kids up, taking the dog out, and get everybody like out of start getting everybody ready to get out
You're
of the house.
tuning out right now.
So I had like no. My point is I had like a good 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That I could just sit there and kind of like absorb this, you know. So I listened to 2.5 hours straight while I got stuff done, and then
listen. You're not telling me. I listen to 3-hour podcasts weekly, multiple of them, but it's because I'm moving.
Yeah, you're doing.
I'm in the shower. Yeah. I brushed. That's 30-minute one. I drove over here. Like I'm constantly.
Bro, I'm a super fan of deep dives, bro. Like I love deep dives.
And that's what I want the beginning of the
I think everyone technically does. Good conversation is like, dude, people go to therapists and get talk therapy because they don't have anybody to have like real dialogue with.
Therapy is a good word. Therapy is a good word.
Content therapy. No, I get what you're saying though about like paid to post. It's very clear. It's like it's like.
And guess what? I'm a creator because I was born a creator.
You want the name to say what it is,
right?
Like, instead of just like having to ask questions or whatever.
Right. And guess what? My book could be called Pay the Post, bro. I have a problem with that. The opposite problem.
What?
If I come out with a book, I know I could do phenomenal numbers for me. But if I make it niche, like Pay the Post.
Books always have, I learned when I wrote my book too that it's, the subtitle should deliver on the promise. The message, yeah. Deliver, they'll give a promise, so to speak. There's your
if
title.
You're writing a business book, yes.
Yeah.
If you're not, the title, I swear to God, you're a genius.
Yeah. Like you could write The Alchemist as well.
Like
The Alchemist doesn't deliver on a.
Like if my book, now I have to buy this so you guys don't steal it. Now I have to go buy, I swear to God, you're a genius everywhere because now I'm saying it. But like, if I saw that, I'm so curious about what that's about.
That sounds like a New York Times bestseller.
And guess what? I can sell that to everyone based on the title, like me. But if I say Pay the Post, I'm gonna lose half of my people who are like, well, I don't care about posting online. I'm an engineer. I would love to buy a book because I love you. If it was about something more general, I'll be down. Mm-hmm. And my other thing is I want it to be on your coffee table, like Pay the Post. It's like it's so like, but I swear to God, you're a genius. About like you, that book would be about how you already have all the answers you need to become who you need to be. You just don't remember that you do. That's a whole different podcast.
Clarity.
You don't have the clarity. But I think memory is crazy. I think we all know. Right. You too. You do it all the time. I get frustrated with you all the time. I just don't say it.
What?
Like
you get frustrated with me. It's all good.
Yeah. No. You know the answer, but you refuse to see it. And you'll talk about something.
It's that philosophy side. You just want to analyze all but you're doing it right now too. This paid to post. You kind of like needed confirmation, right?
I'm big on. I have a problem. I always need somebody.
Yes, but in order for you to make that final call, final decision, you're analyzing this from multiple perspectives and tearing it apart, and then after you finish tearing it apart, if it's still standing after you tear it apart, then you go, aha, that's a good decision. You know what I'm saying?
We waited this whole pod. That was a bar right there.
And no, that's what you do, right? Yeah.
If it's still standing.
Right.
You're right. I do that. I beat that. My mom said it today. She was like, yo, you don't buy anything that's not good for you or that you don't need or it's wasteful because you studied it for 400 hours before you bought it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your decision-making process to make sure you're making the right decision.
Beat it up.
Yeah.
And if it's still standing, that's the one.
Yeah. That's kind of, that could get dark.
It is. It's dark. It's getting dark. There was one thing I wanted to say before we close. What was it? Oh, it was just the thing. I swear to God, because I'm struggling with that. We don't have to talk about it now. It's another day. But now I got to buy it everywhere just in case. Am I being...
I like that book title a lot, so I swear to God, you're genius.
Even as a Christian? You don't think it's like blasphemous? But you know I don't mean it that way.
I changed my definition of what saying God's name in vain even
Your
means.
definition?
No, the definition. This was actually something I heard from Jordan Peterson too. I could say it, but I don't know if you want to get into this subject. But
do it.
Saying God's name in vain is more like... how did he word it? He worded it so perfect. It's like... claiming
using his name,
Claiming like a righteous pursuit for like a selfish ambition or something like that.
being a Pharisee.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Not just stubbing your toe and being like,
God. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to use his name disrespectfully in any way, but you know what I mean? Like,
but I genuinely mean it.
I know.
Like, I swear to God, you're a genius.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, you got it.
You're saying like God put a gift in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's gonna be within the book.
No, I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. I do like that name. Yeah.
And so now what's the book?
But I'm a different type of Christian. I don't know. There might be Christians that you bother, but you can't make everybody happy, bro.
No.
You can't. You shouldn't try to make everybody happy. That's not like, you know.
Yeah,
impossible.
And I could funnel it through social media and stuff and all that. But if the big name,
I wasn't joking. That sounds like a best-selling book.
It is a bet, but I have like 15 best-selling titles in my. Let me see. Before we go, I come up with titles. I have I don't want to say I have ADHD. I always say that, and I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna give it to myself. But I have an overactive imagination, so I come up with things all the time, and I write book titles. Right. I have one book called "Everything Works If You Work It."
That's a phrase that you say all the time.
Say it all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's like a chapter. And I swear to God, if you're a genius, right? But then I have Pay the Post. I have ready, bro. If I say all these, I'm gonna have to buy them all now. I'm gonna have to buy them all. You just wasted. This is gonna like cost me $110. Don't tell mom social media is dead. Yo, that's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Don't tell mom social media is dead.
That's actually like forward thinking. That's when we have the social media. This could be the social media apocalypse with AI. Yeah.
Yes. And what's the underlining of it? Don't tell mom social media is dead. And what do you say? The line that comes under the title?
Subtitle.
The subtitle goes, how to survive. You know, and now you're teaching. So, don't tell mom social media is dead.
We did a whole episode on that.
Another one's called Pardon Me, but so what?
I don't even know what's the subject of that book.
I don't know. I'm just playing with it. But I have a bunch of everything in it. But anyway, guys, I don't know if anybody lasted to the end of this thing. We had a little fun at the end. I hope you learned something. Hope you come again. And episode 7's done. Next time I want to talk about being paid to post, like literally, because I sent you a video of a guy who was making about $5,000 a month from TikTok.
That's what we were talking about.
And now he's only making $300 to
now.
$200, and not from people, from TikTok itself. So I'm going to talk.
And my response to you, I remember my response now. I was trying to like remember my response, but
wait, no, don't even do it. Don't even do it.
No, but maybe
do not. I'm not letting him do this.
We're going
to talk about it next time.
All right.
How these platforms pay you for views, YouTube and everything, and people are making a living off it. But when they change their ways or change how much they pay, and you start getting less, you're gonna wish you built a brand or wish you made money through the platform and not just from the platform. And we're gonna fight, argue, debate about that next time. And guess what? Thank you for watching Paid to Post podcast. See you next time.